Hey, welcome back to The Explainer. Have you ever just stopped and wondered what really makes language tick? Well, today we're going to dig into that question by putting one single, surprisingly important word right under the microscope.
So, to get us started, I've got a question for you. What makes a word truly essential? Seriously, if you had to build a language from scratch, which words would be the ones you absolutely could not live without? Just keep that question in the back of your mind as we go.
All right, the word we're going to dissect today is waste. I know, it seems totally ordinary, right? A word we probably all use without even thinking about it, but it's got this amazing secret hidden inside it, a secret about how our language really works.
And that's because, believe it or not, this super simple word is, well, it's a really big deal. It has a special status that thousands and thousands of other words in the English language will just never get. So what's the big secret? Well, check this out. Waste is on the Basic English 850 list. Now you're probably asking, what on earth is that? It was this really cool project by a linguist named C.K. Ogden. His whole idea was to create this super simplified version of English, using only the most essential words, so people all over the world could communicate just about any idea.
I mean, just let that sink in for a second. 850 words. Out of all the words in the English language, we're talking hundreds of thousands of them, our little word waste made the cut. That's huge. It's officially one of the fundamental building blocks of communication. So, naturally, this leads us to a couple of pretty big questions. First off, what is this list, really? And maybe more importantly, how in the world did a word like waste get a VIP pass to be on it? Let's find out. Okay, so to really get why waste is so special, we've got to look at its secret power. It's got a dual identity. Yeah, it's kind of like a linguistic superhero, a real shapeshifter, and that's the key to its power. And this is where you can really see its genius. See, waste can be a verb. It's an action, right? Something you do. But then, bam, it can also be a noun, the actual stuff, the pile of things you've thrown away. One little word doing two massive jobs. In language, that kind of efficiency is pure gold. So let's look at the verb first. To waste something means you're using it badly, so it can't be used again. The source material gives us this perfect, simple example. He wasted the food by making it dirty. It's such a basic universal idea, isn't it? The concept of using something up for no good reason. And then, on the flip side, you've got the noun. Waste is the result of that action. It's all that stuff that's not useful anymore. You know, the things people want to get out of their house. It's the name we give to that whole category of things we've discarded. Right? But a word is never just on its own, is it? It doesn't exist in a vacuum. To really understand its power, we have to see how waste plays with all the other words in the language. And here's a little fun fact for you. Waste sounds exactly the same as waste, the part of your body. Same pronunciation, totally different meanings. It's a great example of why English can be so confusing sometimes. And it really shows you why having a list of simple, clear words is so incredibly useful for communication. Look, we've obviously got other words for this concept, right? You hear people say garbage, rubbish, trash, all the time. But the thing that makes waste so brilliant is just how simple and broad it is. It nails the core idea both as an action and an object, which makes it the perfect choice for a list of essential words. So this all brings us right back to the big picture here. A word like waste becomes this incredibly efficient tool because it can wear so many hats and stand for such a fundamental concept. And that is exactly why it's on the list. You see, the point of basic English was never about finding the fanciest, most beautiful words. Nope, it was about finding the 850 most useful building blocks. And waste, a word that covers a key action and a key thing all in one neat little package, well, that's about as perfect a building block as you can get. So let's circle all the way back to where we started, but now we've got a totally new way of looking at it. Now that you've seen what makes a word like waste so powerful, so essential, I'm going to ask you again. If you only had 850 words to explain your entire world, which ones would you pick? What are the words that really truly matter to you?